Morning. This is Gina, and I'm speaking for Krebby'z Kids this morning as I stand at the bridge of the entrance to the ferry walk for May 2017. This takes place in Sellers Forest, Sellers Park, Burke, New York. Behind me you'll see a bridge that was reconstructed by the ICRA players, who did a wonderful job. The ICRA players does a 2-day event here in the fall called the Mystical Forest. That has been rescheduled for possibly 2017 of next year. And the Burke Volunteer Fire Department hosts chicken barbecues here every year for the last 53 years. And you also will see softball games that take place down here. This morning I wanted to take you through the woods a little bit to give you an idea of what the ferry walk is and some of the items that you might be able to collect right here in the forest to build your fairy / troll / hobbit / goblin houses. So let's get started and go for a little walk, shall we? We're going to go across the bridge that as I said, was reconstructed from the ICRA players. Originally, the original bridge was built in 2007 by another group of volunteers that were pretty eager to see something develop and happen here in the forest of Sellers Forest. And it was a lot of work. It took us almost a year to clear the trails here that you see before you. Most of what was here was woods that were containing brush and tree limbs and small branches. So all of that needed to be cut down and hacked away so that we had the available trail that you see now. In the Mystical Forest, something that happens is there's a series of small performances that are put on at different stations in the woods, and we're approaching now one of those stations that has been carved out specifically for the performance. And I think what we'll do for the fairy house walk is use this particular setup for displays here in the forest. So you see a little bit about the carved out niches that there are here in the forest. I'm going to take you down the path a little bit further. I don't want to keep you too long, so I'm going to try to hurry along a little bit. But I can tell you a little bit about how this trail developed. Our family, the Straughns, moved here in 2007, well 2006 I think it was, but specifically to the Burke area in 2007. And one of the things that we noted, especially having a small child ourselves, was that there wasn't a whole lot of children activities beyond sports events here in the area. And coming from the area where we lived, we were heavily involved in the Haunted Forest, which took place in Williston, Vermont at the Catamount Center, and had a great time performing there as volunteers. And thought that it might be kind of neat to get something like that started here. So we approached the town board, or village board I guess it is, one of the boards here in Burke, and requested the use of this forest and being able to clear the trails so that we could start out our Mystical Forest. Here is another laid out area that's been carved out as another little niche that will be fun to put some fairy and troll houses in for display. And as I said before, the trails have been cleared by a group of volunteers. You'll see there is a lot of downed trees that are on the ground, and Some of those have been cut by the Village of Burke, the highway department, in hopes of preventing any mishaps. And so there is quite a bit of cleanup, ground cleanup that should be done. And I'm looking for volunteers to help me do that as well. I like to have the woods kind of tidied up a little bit when guests come through. And the wood will be put to the side and stacked very neatly and used for other projects that we do here in the forest of Sellersfield. We're now still on the path and heading down to one of my favorite spots that you'll see pretty soon. I'm not sure if you can hear in the background a little bit of it, but I think you will once we get over there. So I'm going to take you right down there now. I'm going to walk along, so you may be a little bit blurry, and I apologize for that. I'm not real keen on video tech, so I'm trying to do the best I can and get you some information about everything that there is down here for you. In the wintertime, this is open to the public. The gates at the top of the hill are shut, but we still are able to come in and use it. We've done some snowshoeing here, and other people have done some cross-country skiing, and we use it for sliding. There's a wonderful hill at the top that we can use for sliding. All right, well, we're here to one of my favorite spots. This is where my husband and I renewed our vows, and it is amazing. Right now, as you know, we're in a little bit of a drought, and there hasn't been very much rain, so this particular river that we're coming into is very dry. There's still water flowing, but usually you're not able to see the rock formations that you can see in this riverbed. So here we are at the river. And this river runs right along the trail where the ferry stroll walk will take place, as well as the small little festival that we'll have outside of the forest. And we'll turn this way and see if I can get out here on this rock, because this is quite a shot down the river here. I just love this place. Amazing to know that such beauty is right in my backyard. But here, I think you can see a little bit of the river. There's a small little island that's there. Now, if you follow the river all the way down, you come to waterfalls. This is the Little Trout River, they call it. And there's waterfalls that a lot of people enjoy in the summertime, including our family, and bathe and let's see, you get your inner tubes, and you can kind of have the waterfall's pressure push you down the river where you empty out into this small little pool. So it's lots of fun. We've enjoyed it lots and lots. And I guess for now, that's what I have for you. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I could take you further down the trail, but I've got some things that I need to get going. Wood is one of the priorities to be stacking, but as I said, this is Krebby'z Kids. I hope you've enjoyed the video and will come along for the journey. Remember, there's lots to collect down here. There's bark, pine cones, pine needles, twigs, whatever you need is here for the taking. So please help yourself and get your fairy/troll houses ready. Take care. Have a great day. Enjoy life.